I'm going to tell you a great double play combination. A Red Sox win and a cup of Joe. Welcome to another edition of Red Sox Now. I'm your host, Mike Antonellis. Follow me everywhere at the Radio Mike. Those are my social media handles. On X, you can find all my links as I'm one of the radio and TV broadcasters for the Worcester Red Sox, and we will get to a Marcelo Meyer update because I know people want to know how he's doing. But first, we got to get to the big news yesterday. This was unbelievable to see this. Christian Campbell and the Red Sox getting proactive, an 8-year extension already. What did he do last night, by the way, after that extension? 3 hits. Cool, calm, and collect Campbell. So an 8-year deal that was announced Wednesday before the game. 2 club options worth $60 million right now, but the options are $19 million in 2033, $21 in 2034. So Julian McWilliams is reporting that this could be a 10-year deal when it's all said and done for $100 million. Campbell, 22, just made his debut. So there are so many layers to this. Were people surprised about Christian Campbell making the opening day roster? I think so. Were we surprised last year on the rise of Christian Campbell? No doubt. I mean, he started 2024 in A-ball. He tore it up in Double-A, where he was given the nickname Barry Bonds by his teammates. That's how much they respected him. And then while I was in Worcester last year, we only saw him for a couple of weeks, and we were like, wow. We even said like 100 times. But no, this guy, incredible. Now, did I think he'd make the team out of spring training? I don't think anyone did, just because of the expectations. That's putting a lot on a guy saying, oh, he was in A-ball last year, but there are a lot of young players who are changing the complexion of the game, and they're changing the economics of the game. We saw it with Jackson Merrill signing that long-term deal. Things are changing now where owners and GMs realize what they have right away. Jackson Chourio of Milwaukee. The younger player now is better right away in the big leagues, where it seemed like there was a time where you needed this guy, whoever it was, to get drafted, your prospect, and go through all the ranks of short season, which was short A, low A, high A, double. It's not working that way anymore. They even cut levels. These guys are advanced. I think it's a lot to do with the travel ball. They're playing more as an amateur. But the amount of players that are making an impact in the big leagues with such limited professional experience is amazing. Now, I saw this years ago. I saw the game getting younger in the minor leagues, and I think it is a much better game. And is there a gamble here? No doubt. But look at it's almost reverse gamble, if that makes any sense. When you let a star run out its course, like a Mookie Betts or any of these great players, and you decide not to give them a lot of money early. Now, some of these guys won't take that money early. But if they get 31 and 32 and then you end up paying for previous, is that more of a gamble? I think so. A guy has an 8 or 9 year career and all of a sudden, he wants 7 or 8 years worth $300 million. You're paying for a lot of past production. The Red Sox are paying for future production, which they did with Brian Bale, which they did with Ceddanne Rafaela, which they did with Garrett Crochet. And you have to imagine they're going to do it with a lot more. This is kind of the Braves' way of doing things in blueprints, which I love. I love this early. It wins for both sides. And I saw some things about did Christian Campbell leave some money on the table? Think about what he was scheduled to make this year. What, $600,000? He just got $60 million guaranteed. Remember, in Major League Baseball, it's guaranteed. He's got 8 years of MLB service time in his back pocket by signing on the dotted line. Great move by the Red Sox. You got to give the ownership credit. I'm seeing a lot of people tweeting just Craig Breslow. You got to give the owners. They're signing off on this, and they're spending a lot of money, and I think they've done a lot of good things, going back to the Bregman deal and, of course, getting Chapman and filling the needs. Speaking of Garrett Crochet, I talked about this on the episode Wednesday. Back in my younger days, I'm definitely showing my age. Roger Clemens was a stopper. He was in 1986, and it always seemed like when the Rocket was with the Red Sox, there were many times where they were in a 3 or 4 game losing streak, and you really needed him, not only for the wins. What does a stopper and an ace do? It gives you bullpen flexibility for the next couple of days. The Red Sox are in a run here after the off day in Baltimore where they're not off. They play Thursday, and then their home opener is Friday. So what Garrett Crochet did last night in Boston's 3-0 win is he went 8 innings, and I think having that extra day off and not throwing a lot of pitches. 8 strikeouts in 8 innings is a lot, but not in terms of it allowed him to go 8 innings, right? If his strikeouts were more, he probably doesn't go 8. Pitching to contact more, 102 pitches over 8 innings, that's unbelievable. But he just saved the bullpen, and it puts you in a good spot in a rubber game against Baltimore. You don't want to have another blow-up game and where you have to use a bullpen, and you pretty much gave everyone a rest last night, but Crochet was brilliant, earning his first win in a Red Sox uniform, and that's what aces do. Absolutely terrific. Chapman came on, got his first save in a Red Sox uniform, did have a walk and a strikeout, but a great night for the Red Sox in their 3-0 win. Oh, we are going to mention it. I know people are chomping at the bit. I know. Rafael Devers delivers. First 2 hits of the year. A lot of people were predicting this because of his previous numbers against Zach Eflin. I am not. It depends. I don't like to go gaga goo goo. How's that for talk here on Red Sox Now? About previous batter versus pitcher, because it can be situational. Devers is struggling right now, so I don't put a lot of stock into that. But can there be some comfort? Absolutely. Hitters can tell you, listen, when I face that guy, there's just some comfort level. He was having good at-bats. He got 2 hits last night with an RBI double and a single, and he didn't strike out again. Good to see. I've said this over and over. I think just with Rafael, with Devers, it's just been him not being ready. I know we want to keep going with the DH thing, with the weight thing. All in all, his mechanics are a little different. Players do adjust. But I think for a player like this, coming off injuries, needing at-bats, in spring training, you just don't get the looks you get in big league games. It's completely different. The pressure is completely different. And good start, right? Absolutely good start. It's amazing what 2 hits for a guy who's still hitting under 100 does for his confidence. It really does. Also, good to see last night Trevor Story with 3 hits, including his first home run of the year. And, I think when we talk about a guy like that, it's certainly his defense. But good. 3 hits. You want to get Casas going. This happens at the beginning of the year, and I get it. Red Sox fans are a little impatient because they waited all year, and they want to see their guys deliver. But it is tough at the beginning of the year. Guys say this. Spring training is completely different. It's colder, the games are different, and they do need some time to get into things. So as long as the pitching's there, as long as the defense is there, the hitting always seems to come after that. And the Red Sox put a very good performance last night against a very good Baltimore team and winning 3-0. Marcelo Meyer hit another home run for AAA Worcester, and as we examine that team right now, and it's a great water cooler discussion, if even people have those anymore. But this has become a great discussion because there will be a point when Anthony and Meyer, they just continue to deliver. What in the world do the Red Sox do? And I think right now, just enjoy day by day because things can change so quickly. It never seems to get to a point where Marcelo and Roman Anthony are just going to go crazy all year, and there won't be any chance for them to get up. It always seems to kind of work out. Same with pitchers. My broadcast partner, Jay Burnham, who I work with in calling games, he talks about this all the time where you can't say, well, what's going to happen when the 3 Red Sox starters are ready to go? Well, something else could happen. You just can't worry about that right now. This is obviously a great problem to have, and the Red Sox have certainly built up some amazing prospects. I really love all the comments and all the feedback we're getting for Red Sox Now. So please, if you can subscribe, and share all your comments, we will answer on the show. Wednesday, I had a Facebook comment on my personal Facebook page, which you can find me, Mike Antonellis, there, and I answered that on the episode of Red Sox Now. So if you want to do that, put your comments in, and we can do that on the Friday show. So Red Sox chance to go for 2 out of 3 against Baltimore before they open up on Friday at Fenway Park against St. Louis. Mike Antonellis, thanks for watching another edition of Red Sox Now.